Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru specialist from Subaru Print Storage here, and today I'm going to be going through the steps on how to change the cabin air filter on the 2024 Subaru SolTerra. Now this is going to be applicable to the entry-level, the base model SolTerra. So I've leased a entry-level SolTerra. It happened to be one of our demos, so if you watch my first video, you're thinking, wow, I either must put on a whole bunch of mileage or where I live is terribly dirty in the air, which it is that. But today we're going to be using this part number. It is a Toyota box, Lexus box, in cooperation with Toyota. So whether you get the BZ4X, the Lexus equivalent, or the Subaru SolTerra, the air filter is going to be the same. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Now these steps are only going to be applicable to the entry-level model. If you go through the owner's manual, it does show a couple extra steps you don't need to do on the entry level, could be applicable to the full loads. So let's get set. So I'm on the passenger side here, and as you can see, page 524, 525 under the do-it-yourself maintenance. The first Google result that I got when I searched how to do this was saying 497 to 501 or something like that. So in Canada, it's a little bit different, and it does give you the step-by-step instructions. However, the first area we're going to be going at is going to be that plastic tray right here. And they obviously didn't do a very good job detailing this when I picked it up, because I haven't had any passengers and that's still dirty. But let me get this camera set up. We'll be right back. So here I am. I apologize if my arm gets in the way. There isn't a lot of room to show this. So first things first, on this panel, there's a place to put your fingers. And we have a clip here that you can just push in on and a clip here. And what we're going to do, we're going to push forward and we are going to pull down. Now you're going to want to do this gently. Don't want to wreck anything. There are a couple pins like this that are going to come out. And so that's why there's a little bit of resistance, and down it comes. Now in the higher end models, it tells you to undo this clip, which for the entry-level model isn't really applicable. The reason it's not applicable is on the higher end trim levels, it's actually attached to that plastic panel that we just pulled down. So if you have an entry-level SolTerra, you don't need to do that, which is quite nice. That's a little bit out of the way. The area we want to focus on is actually over here, and it's this piece right here. So what we're going to do is at the bottom here, we have this little tab, and you've got the hooks up there. So we're going to pull up on this tab, and I apologize, my hand's in the way. Lift up and pull out, and that it opens like a door. You pull down, you can see those tabs, and that gains us access to the filter housing. So pull out on that little stick, and that is essentially the framework for the cabin air filter. And it's a little bit dirty. There's some environmental, I don't want to call them contaminants, but there's some environmental stuff on here. So let's pop this out, and we'll be right back. I'll show you how to do that. So on this filter housing, you just push in a little bit on this end here, and you can just pop it forward and out it comes. It's going to go back. The new one's going to go back in the same way. And it does tell you which direction the airflow goes. So make sure you put it back in the same way that it came out. So the airflow arrows are facing down if you do it when it's sitting down there. So I'm going to grab the new one here, pull it out of the box, and we'll put it back in. So here we are, popping this open, and there we go. We've got two filters, and the reason that we have two is there's a second filter, and let me show you guys that one. So it's going to be just like the first tray, and we'll be sure not to mess these two trays up, the order in which they come out. If you look up top here, you can see if I get the camera to focus on it, we've got another one of these little sticks, and you kind of pull it out the exact same way. So I'm pushing in, and sorry, my hand's in the way. There isn't really a great way to do this, show this on camera. So push it in a little bit, it slides out, and you've got the exact same thing. Exact same filter. And the airflow is going to be the exact same direction. Just like this camera set up. And right here, same way to pull off out the second one. And you can see it's got airflow on it. It actually has, and I don't know if the camera's going to focus on it, it's got airflow arrows in direction on the plastic housing itself. And I'll get those new filters, put them back in. So I have the first filter, and again, airflow. And you just kind of accordion it in here. As far as installing these goes, this is actually quite nice. I've done some other vehicles in the past, non-Subarus, and they are a giant pain in the butt. So make sure that you have this the right way. Make sure it lines up, airflow, airflow. I don't know if the camera's focusing on it. I assure you they are facing the same way. And we're gonna do the exact opposite steps to reinstall. So it's gonna be this one first, and it's gonna slide in, and there's no resistance sliding in. And then we're gonna slide up, and it doesn't feel particularly nice. There is a little click, and I don't know if the mic picked it up, but you can see it's in there, right at the top there, and it's in there good. Now, this one here, same thing. This little tab always goes to the bottom, and you just slide it in. Very easy. There's always gonna be a little piece sticking out, which is normal. See if I can zoom in there so you guys can see. So it's always gonna be grabbable, which is nice. And you can see the little tab right there. Now, it does make special note of when putting this piece back in, oh, my flashlight's dying, to be very careful with the ends. And essentially they're making sure you don't hook them in backwards. That's not how they're supposed to go. This tab at the bottom, always supposed to be accessible. And you can see up top, there's two little holes for it. So we'll put them in, fold them down, and there we go. Now the rest is fairly simple. You're just gonna take that piece of plastic, that first door that we have, and you're gonna line it up. And again, you wanna be careful with the tabs. You don't wanna press, you don't wanna abuse it. So pretty easy install. And on uninstall, reinstall, obviously this video is gonna be about 8 minutes long, and I've probably overly needlessly complicated it, taking my time. If you guys have any questions about this, how to do it, or you want some advice, or you ran into an issue, please put it in the comments below. Love hearing from all you guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Tyson, the Subaru Specialist. If there's anything I can do to help you out in the future, please let me know. We'll talk soon.